So I just got finished my first Stonelifting workout. It's something I never thought I'd be excited about, but I am. I recently watched a couple of documentaries on stonelifting, the ancient practice and form of stonelifting. That was practiced in Iceland, Scotland, in the Basque region, and here in Ireland as well, as ways of testing strength, ways of initiating boys into manhood, ways of proving yourself to for various reasons. To get onto fishing ships as a fisherman, to be a farmhand, to be a warrior. They all required tests and trials to be deemed worthy enough, and it was a huge part of our ancestors' lives and heritage, and it's something that's it's seen in today's society in other ways, whether it's through sport, whether it's through actually joining the military. But sport is probably the biggest one. We still have our native sport of hurling and Gaelic football and handball here in Ireland, which is massive. It's great, but not everybody plays those. Not everybody plays sport. Not everybody joins the military. So for me personally, growing up, the way I began to take interest in my own development was through the gym and through fitness. Around 13, 14, start with the basics: push-ups, squats, crunches. One of the first people I watched on YouTube was Elliot Hulse, strongman strength coach. So I learned a lot from him through over the last 10 or 12 years. And as I got into my own fitness explorations, I've seen the benefit it had on me physically, but also mentally, emotionally, as a young man, as a teenager. And I'll dive into that in a later video at some point as to why I got into fitness and what I gained from it. But it led me to study strength and conditioning in college. So I studied strength and conditioning for 4 years, 4.5 really, and I began coaching straight away. I got my first internship when I was 18 in a gym in Limerick. I just loved it. I loved fitness, I loved coaching, I loved being in the gym and working out and training, and I loved the effect it was having on me. And then to be able to share that with others, I started coaching hurling, primarily hurling players, athletes, primarily, but also general public, women, mothers, men as well, here in Limerick. And my interest and curiosity continued to grow beyond the physical body and into the mental body and the emotional body, as my training developed, as my own training developed, and as I went to America for an internship in my third year in college, and I began learning from a really phenomenal coach over there who's huge on leadership and psychology and mindset, and that I learned a lot from him in my time over there and online afterwards. And this led me, once I finished strength and conditioning, I studied psychotherapy for a little bit. here in Limerick, and that just continued. I fell in love with that and dove headfirst into that, just as I did fitness, exploring the mind and mindset and psychology, and that grew and grew and got deeper and deeper, and began studying spirituality from a Irish context, traditional Irish spirituality and shamanism, and lo and behold, what goes around comes around. As I dove into the mind and psychology and shamanism and all that cool and wonderful stuff, it's coming back full circle, back to the body, and integrating both the mind with the body and the body with the mind. And that's, over the last couple of weeks, this is when I have discovered Stonelifting. Of all things, I knew about it in strength and conditioning through kind of strongman sport. I powerlifted for a while, I Olympic weightlifted for a while, but I never did strongman. So this is certainly something I have seen done before and know of, but never did it myself. So it's something that I'm really, really excited for. I'm really passionate about. If you know me, you know my love of Irish history, ancient Irish history, stone circles and standing stones, and later history, castles and high kings and Fianna and Irish warriors and that. And this is how I feel I'm continuing that history, that practice, that connection with the past, is through stonelifting. And it's still practiced in our culture today some bit. So that was my intention for 2022, was to begin the practice of stonelifting, to find the stone and to begin the practice of stonelifting. I spent New Year's with a few friends. We got together, and that was my intention for that. We visited some cool sites. One being the burial place for the last High King of Ireland, Rory O'Connor. I got to walk around the grounds there up in Cong in Mayo, which is pretty cool. Really, really cool to visit that site and see that. So I was kind of walking with this intention through that as New Year's Day. Came back down to Limerick, and yesterday I went for a walk up a nearby hill which has a standing stone up top, still kind of carrying this intention of finding a stone to lift. I walked back towards my house, up to my grandparents' house, and there's another standing stone up there, in their front lawn. I was just walking around the corners I have done hundreds of times before, and I spied a stone that I'd never seen before, and lo and behold, I found the stone that I am to lift, to begin my journey of stone lifting with, you could say. I've just completed the first workout. You'll see it after this little bit. So yeah, hope you enjoy that. It was 8-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible of 5 squats, and then walking out to the gate, 5 squats, walk back. So a nice one to get done for the first workout. It's a little bit about me, a little introduction into this new channel. Introducing my journey some bit. I will at a later date as well dive deeper into my experiences and that, and what I've learned and studied and all that good stuff. But for now, it's to kind of document my journey into stone lifting and Irish shamanism, traditional healing, traditional wisdom, because stonelifting is a new passion, but strength training has been a deep passion of mine for the last 10-12 years, and shamanism the last 4 or 5 years. So yeah, welcome to the new channel, Shamanic Strength Coach. Let's see where this goes. Hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy the stonelifting workout. Peace.